The Tony Kornheiser Show on ESPN 980.
Here comes Tony's mailbag. Got your email, faxes, and your notes. Here comes Tony's mailbag. Gonna read some for all of you folks.
From Paley Song in Hoover, Alabama, Siri has decided she wants to be featured as the voice of the mailbag thing.
That's great.
That's pretty smart. Are we sponsored today?
We are indeed brought to you by Mervis Diamond Importers. Nobody pays retail anymore.
You know, we need to put like
Paley
the first
Song,
50 or
smart.
100 of these on an album
Yeah.
and send it out with some stickers.
John Agliata, Tipton, Missouri. The new Pope finished second in the last Pope contest. That must give Cubs fans some hope. I like that. Pat the podcaster in Denton, Texas. Upon hearing of our new Pope, I'm wondering how his introduction speech went. I imagine the name's Jorge Bergoglio, but everyone calls me Psycho. Any of you guys call me Francis, I'll kill you. I don't like nobody touching my stuff. Keep your meat hooks off. I catch any of you guys touching my Pope-mobile, I'll kill you. Also, I don't like anybody touching me. So if any of you blanks touch me, I'll kill you. And then Benedict says, lighten up, Francis. Funny. John Quinn in Dublin, Ireland. I'm a loyal podcast little from Dublin, Ireland. The other day I was at home listening to the Rolling Stones, and as Jagger sang, when I'm driving in my car and the man comes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information, supposed to fire my imagination. Two things came to mind. First, how long have you been on the radio yakking about your bad knee, your faulty air conditioning, and fears of the Bay Bridge? And second, how long is this podcast delay? Thanks for making my work commute bearable. I look forward in years to come to hear your podcast review of Snow White and the Huntsman, and in particular what you thought of the ending. Because I walked out on the ending, as everybody knows. From Jim Flynn in Connecticut. Tony, enough already with the cute kid genre on the Tony's mailbag theme music. Don't any listeners have a kid who can do a gangster rap version? From Jerry Horton in Byron Center, Michigan. Person of the podcast here, just listen to Tuesday's show. It's good to hear the Genie's in mid-season form with our predictions of a young traditionalist from the Vatican as the next pope. I was also relieved that David did not say he was going to be out by week 5. Nigel had mentioned the College of Cardinals kept secret their selection process, but Adam Schefter was reporting the Cardinals were blown away by Francis's time in the 40 and his Wonderlic score.
Very impressive.
Matt Hauser in Colorado Springs. I understand the Postal Service has amended the motto. I believe the new one reads, neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Saturday, not so much. Sorry for the delay in this email as I'm a podcaster. I'm late on all of my breaking news. From Gordon Dutrazak in Seattle, Washington. Thank you for the Beltway traffic update. For your information, I watch The Americans on Channel 665, and my traffic bottleneck is State Route 520. By the way, on the subject of The Americans, the most recent Americans, not the one from last night, but last week's, is maybe the greatest hour I've ever seen on television. It is spectacular.
It's tremendous.
Spectacular.
Tremendous, yes.
From Ralph Parkinson in Guelph in Ontario. I hope I pronounced that right. Mr. Tony, I humbly beg of the Great Orange one for a shout-out to the littlest of littles. Will Jefferson Stoddard, a masculine child, was born to my great friend and fellow little Steve and the woman to whom he's related by marriage. This could be the final nudge needed to have her join us as huge fans of your show, and with the podcast delay, a real tender family moment as young Will gets to hear his name spoken by Satchmo himself sometime in 2018. It is very behooving to me that Canada is only mentioned on your show in the context of floating severed feet or people floating in hotel water tanks, so I thought I should bunker down, do my part as Canadian Little to try and have Canada mentioned in a somewhat more positive connotation. A huge thank you from this loyal Canadian Little for the hours of entertaining information for life. Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Josh Cromwell, the highest compliment you can give your daughter isn't comparing the food to Equinox. The highest compliment is you didn't leave before the food was actually served. You're out on your bike tonight, everyone, as always. Do wear white.
I'll raise a practical question at this point. Are we going to do Stonehenge tomorrow?
No, we're not going to do Stonehenge.